When a wild deer stumbles into a spring-loaded bear trap, the immediate human response is often one of urgent compassion. But behind this instinct lies a complex, often underestimated financial commitment. Our investigation reveals that rescuing a single deer can incur expenses ranging from hundreds to several thousands of dollars, depending on the circumstances. This isn't just about saving an animal, it's about mobilizing specialized resources, personnel, and advanced veterinary care, all against the clock. The precise figures, often hidden within larger budgets, paint a clear picture of the true cost of wildlife intervention. The operation begins with a distress call, often from a concerned citizen. According to the North American Wildlife Conservation Council, the initial dispatch and assessment phase alone can cost an average of $150 to $300. This encompasses the mobilization of local law enforcement or wildlife officers, their travel to the remote site, and the preliminary evaluation of the deer's condition and the trap's status. Factors like geographical remoteness and the time of day can quickly push these baseline figures higher, requiring additional fuel, overtime pay, and specialized off-road vehicles for access. The core of any rescue is its skilled team. Wildlife conservation groups, like the Wilderness Animal Alliance, report that a typical deer rescue requires at least 2 trained wildlife officers and often a veterinary professional. Their hourly rates, combined with specialized training and equipment, constitute a significant expense. For example, a wildlife officer's hourly cost, including benefits and overhead, can range from $75 to $120, while an on-site veterinarian can command $150 to $250 per hour. A 4-hour operation with this team could easily exceed $1,000 in personnel costs alone. Removing a deer from a bear trap is a precision operation requiring specialized tools. Tranquilizer darts and drugs, such as xylazine and telazol, are essential, with costs per dose ranging from $50 to $150. Beyond immobilization, there are nets, blankets, stretchers, and specialized cutting tools to safely disarm the trap. A spokesperson for the Conservation Field Equipment Trust estimated the average equipment expenditure for one deer rescue at $200 to $500, not including the depreciation of vehicles and more expensive items like a dedicated animal transport unit. Each item is critical to ensure both animal and human safety. Once the deer is tranquilized and the trap disarmed, immediate on-site veterinary assessment and care are crucial. This often involves cleaning wounds, administering pain relief, antibiotics, and stabilizing the animal for transport. Dr. Eleanor Vance, a lead veterinarian with the Wildlife Emergency Response Unit, notes that these initial interventions cost an estimated $300 to $700. The goal is to prevent further suffering and infection, which dramatically increases the chances of successful recovery, Dr. Vance stated. This phase requires a delicate balance of speed and precision, often in challenging field conditions. Should the deer's injuries be severe, transport to a specialized wildlife rehabilitation clinic or veterinary hospital becomes necessary. This is where costs can escalate dramatically. The National Animal Rescue Foundation reported that comprehensive clinic treatment, including X-rays, surgery for broken bones or deep tissue damage, extended recovery stays, and medications, can range from $1,000 to over $5,000 per animal. Surgical procedures alone, depending on complexity, can easily account for a significant portion of this. The duration of rehabilitation, sometimes weeks or months, further adds to the financial strain. The total cost is rarely static. Factors such as the deer's species, the trap's location, deep wilderness versus easily accessible land, the severity of the injury, and even weather conditions can cause significant fluctuations. A spokesperson for the state wildlife department indicated that a simple, quick rescue on accessible land might only cost $800 to $1,500. However, a complex extraction requiring extensive veterinary intervention in a remote, mountainous region can push the total past $7,000. These variables highlight the unpredictable nature of wildlife rescue budgeting and resource allocation. So, who ultimately pays for these vital, yet costly, operations? Funding typically comes from a mix of sources. State wildlife agencies often allocate budget from hunting license fees and general state appropriations. However, a significant portion is covered by non-profit organizations, which rely heavily on public donations and grants. The Wildlife Protectors Fund reported that over 60% of their operational budget for animal rescues comes directly from individual donors. This blend of public and private funding underscores the societal value placed on wildlife welfare, yet also highlights the constant struggle to secure adequate resources. While financial costs are quantifiable, the true investment in wildlife rescue extends far beyond monetary figures. There's the immeasurable value of human effort, the hours volunteered by dedicated individuals, the emotional toll on rescuers witnessing suffering, and the educational outreach to prevent future incidents. The Human-Wildlife Coexistence Institute stresses that these operations also yield significant ecological benefits, maintaining healthy wildlife populations, and fostering a greater public appreciation for biodiversity. The ripple effect of a single successful rescue, preventing disease or further habitat damage, offers a value hard to attribute a dollar amount to. To contextualize these figures, let's compare the cost of a deer rescue to that of a more complex animal. Rescuing a deer from a trap, as we've detailed, typically falls within the $800 to $7,000 range. Now consider a bear cub trapped in a similar situation. The National Wildlife Federation's internal report suggests that a bear cub rescue, due to increased danger, specialized handling protocols, and potentially more extensive veterinary care for a larger, more aggressive animal, can often exceed $10,000. One recorded instance in Colorado reached nearly $15,000 for a multi-day operation involving multiple agencies. This comparison highlights the significant impact of species-specific challenges on rescue budgets. Ultimately, the cost of rescuing a deer from a bear trap is a multifaceted equation, blending direct financial outlays with invaluable social and ecological benefits. While a specific dollar amount can be assigned, it often fails to capture the full scope of the intervention. As Dr. Anya Sharma of the Global Wildlife Initiative puts it, every rescue is an affirmation of our shared responsibility towards the natural world. The investment, though substantial, pays dividends in biodiversity and human empathy. This perspective encourages us to view these expenditures not as mere costs, but as essential investments in our planet's health and our collective moral compass.